October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, which is an important reminder to schedule those screening mammograms. And this morning, I'm so happy to welcome board-certified plastic surgeon Dr. Ambray to the show. And this morning, we're going to be discussing a certain type of reconstructive surgery that's getting a lot of buzz here in the Bay Area. Good morning. Good to see you, doctor.
Good morning.
So yeah, explain what I had not heard of this particular type of reconstructive surgery, which is called what, doctor?
It's called a deep flap.
Okay,
and,
deep flap.
Right, and it's really named after the artery that we use to create this flap out of. In short, this is a tummy tuck breast reconstruction. All those women that have this midsection that they want to get rid of, well, now you get to get rid of it, but now we're going to put that tissue to good use. We're going to take that tissue, just the skin and fat, no muscle, and then we're going to reconstruct a breast out of it.
Wow. Now, what's so interesting and what I'm learning from you, doctor, is this is something that you used to have to fly your patients elsewhere. This is something that can be done right here in the Bay Area now.
Yeah, this is the most exciting part of the whole thing. Is before 2015, I used to always fly my patients from Tampa to Houston to do this procedure. And then when Florida Hospital Wesley Chapel really started getting going, I had a lot of support from the leadership, and they really wanted to do something different. So they welcomed me with open arms, and we got a great program started.
All right, so talk a little bit more about the procedure. Why is it that you were having to fly, patients across the country? Now we can do this now. Talk about why it's so involved.
Well, it's involved because it requires a very experienced team.
Okay.
This is not one of those things where you can sort of pick a bunch of people as a hodgepodge and put them together. So we have 3 board-certified surgeons in the room operating at the same time.
Oh, wow.
I fly one of my surgeons, who's my partner, from Yale. So he flies in from Connecticut for surgery, and we have an assembled team of just a handful of people which we use for every single surgery we do, which means that we have outcomes that are phenomenal when you really can wring out all of the inefficiencies. And then at the hospital, Florida Hospital Wesley Chapel, they have really gone a step further. And what they did is they created an operating room that's dedicated to this deep flap. We've got a suite that's also dedicated to this deep flap. And I've trained the nurses specifically so you don't get people rotating in and out.
Oh, wow.
You get the same group of people all the time taking care of those patients.
Are most women candidates for this? Let's say if you had surgery or something, done a couple years ago, is this something that you can, look at today? Yeah,
so actually a candidate is someone who is going to be fairly healthy. So you can't smoke, and if you're a diabetic that's out of control, that's not going to make you a good candidate. One thing that's important is that you have to have enough tummy tuck tissue.
Okay.
So for some women, I have to actually tell them to go have cupcakes and pizza.
I love that. Yeah.
So there's not too many doctors that are going to tell you that. So I have to tell them to go do that to gain some weight so we can actually use the tissue that would have been done in a tummy tuck and make the breast out of it.
I just wanted real quickly to ask you too, this is such an intimate thing for women. This is such a struggle, obviously, when you've been diagnosed with breast cancer, and this is a huge part of kind of the after effects of this. This has got to be, pretty exciting for you in your career of getting women their lives back and feeling like they're feeling like themselves again.
I love what I do. This is the best part. And everybody on that team feels exactly the same way. When we do these procedures, we can literally do them in a single day. The mastectomy, the reconstruction, the tummy tuck, everything gets done at the same time. Because we don't take any muscle, the pain is so limited that they're only on Tylenol the next day.
No way.
And they're home in 3 days and usually back to work by the end of the week.
Is this going to be the future of where you see this going? I mean, do you see more of this?
I think so.
Type of surgery
as we gain more technologically advanced, I think you're going to see things like this. And I think that hospitals like Florida Hospital Wesley Chapel, who's on the front edge of what is new and different, and focusing on some of the best. It's absolutely needed. There's a University of Michigan study some years ago that showed that only 7 out of 10 women don't know about their reconstruction options.
Wow.
30% of women are told about their reconstructive options. And that needs to change.
That is changing, thanks to you and your team. So thank you so much for being here this morning. And we're going to put the info on the screen of how you can find out more. There is the website as well. And Doctor, thank you so much. We really appreciate your time this morning. We look forward to catching up with you again soon.
Thank you for having me.